Hello my loves, I hope you guys are doing well. So today I am showing you the 3 oracle decks that I have coming out. They are ready to be ordered, to be used as a tool by you guys to help empower you, guide you, connect you to your intuition, help you get a bit of guidance, direction in your life, be very healing. So they all have certain intentions behind them. We're going to start off with the Fuck It Oracle. So this is a 80 card oracle deck. They are numbered so you can apply numerology to them as well. It comes in this plastic wrapping, so I'm just going to quickly take that off and then we will go through the cards. So this is the back of them. There is no edging. It would be really cool to do with like a black marker or pink to match the text. These cards are a smooth stock. They are a little bit shiny. I just found it was a little bit more durable than the matte version. I tested out a few different ones. These ones didn't scratch or anything. They lasted the best. So let's go through the cards. These are sassy. They contain a lot of grit. They will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear kind of thing. They're that honest best friend. There's a little bit of humor in there as well. They're a bit cheeky. Can use these cards for any kind of reading. Obviously, if swearing offends you, these aren't the cards for you, or if you're reading for someone else, you just want to make sure that they aren't offended by swearing. They're just very honest. It has a positive energy, but it's still very real. It's very grounded. And if something is off in your life, or if things just suck, if things hurt, this deck is going to acknowledge your pain. It's going to acknowledge what is going on. It's going to tell you the truth. So there's that element of self-care in here as well, self-love. As you can see, they kind of slide around a little bit. They're super easy to shuffle with. They don't stick at all. These are your standard tarot size. So for reference, that is 2.75 inches by 4.75 inches, which is 70 millimeters by 120 millimeters. In terms of thickness, like they're decent, they're not too thin, they're not super thick either, so they're really good for ripple shuffling. It's those reminders that we need sometimes. You know, she's got attitude and really isn't afraid to tell it like it is. I was just thinking about this card. I was like, oh, have we gone past it already? There are no fucking words, because sometimes there aren't. Sometimes we kind of prevent ourselves from helping someone because we're afraid of what we're going to say. You know, are we going to say the wrong thing? Or sometimes words just aren't enough. And there's some really fun cards like this one. So let me just have a quick shuffle. as you can see, the cards don't stick. What do we need to know right now? As a collective, follow your fuck yes. I feel like this is so just like on point for what this channel stands for as well, with what I'm trying to do with In Spiritual Tribe, is really empower you guys to live your best life. And I know that sounds cheesy and everything, but so often we hold ourselves back, we get in our own way. But if it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. This is that kind of energy, that kind of confidence that this deck evokes. So this deck is 57 New Zealand dollars. If you're in New Zealand, you can order through my website for all of these decks. If you are anywhere international, overseas, there's a separate link for you guys. Just to give you an idea, the 57 New Zealand dollars works out to be about 40 US dollars, I believe, plus shipping. So then we have Self-Love for the Soul. I'll just take off that plastic wrapping. So these cards are a little bit smaller, the same for the Self-Discovery Oracle. They're more of a poker size, so they're good for small hands. So we have the backs. It's that same cardstock. So this is a 55 card deck. These ones are not numbered. These cards are 2.48 inches by 3.46 inches, which is about 63 millimeters by 88 millimeters. So let's have a look at the cards. Let's move these over a little bit more. I actually did this design originally for a t-shirt, and then I ended up putting them on here. So these are some really important questions as well as good reminders, especially this one. If you're waiting for a sign, it's go time. It's a really good deck to get you out of your own way. And Self-Love for the Soul, that just felt like the perfect name for this one. It's a little bit deeper. It's not just the self-care of doing something nice for yourself, but it's encouragement to actually heal. It's guidance on how to actually get there. Kind of everyday sort of stuff, real stuff. And it's these reminders that we don't always want to hear as well. And again, it's that very empowering aspect or angle. It's very to the point. And it's kind of self-love from the perspective of the wisdom you need to know kind of thing, rather than actions. But can definitely motivate you to hold yourself accountable and go after the things you want in life. Gold digger. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know. Such an important one. Sometimes, we have to forgive ourselves for who we had to be in order to survive, in order to receive what we thought was love. Just nice, simple cards. The world needs you. And this is an important one as well, because sometimes, we're focusing so hard on trying to let something go that we actually hold on to it tighter. We come into more resistance. We then add shame into it as well. We're perhaps not ready to let it go. And trying to let something go it can feel like we're trying to say it didn't happen, it didn't exist, it didn't matter. Whereas that anger or whatever it is, it can be an act of self-love because it's saying, no, how we were treated was not okay. So it doesn't feel okay to let go of that. But we can just let it be. Acknowledge it, but not fueling it. And this is like the most painful one of all, I think. It should doesn't mean it is. Stop breaking your own heart. My spirit guides really wanted this deck to have such a loving energy, but to still be real and grounded. It's, it's a softer version of the Fuck It Oracle, but it's still very much here to help you grow, here to help you heal. So as you can see, they're easy to hold that little bit smaller. They don't stick at all. There we go. So we have, stop calling it a dream, make it a plan. Yeah. It's how you can start to ground it in, and how you can kind of life hack your brain to make you more accountable as well. It's not this off in the distance, out of reach thing, but it's something that you are going to make happen. So this one is 40 New Zealand dollars, which is about 28 US dollars. And then we have the self-discovery one. So again, I'll just take the plastic wrap off. And this one is self-discovery affirmations and journal prompts, right? So it's affirmations with an O, not an I. So these are questions, they generally start with why, and they're a little bit more powerful because than the traditional affirmations that we're taught. Because when you ask yourself a question and really tune into yourself and your body, you will get an answer. And the key here is to kind of show up for yourself, not dismiss it. So let me just find one that would be a good example. Okay, so this one, why am I fun to be around? You could easily dismiss it with, well, I'm not, people don't like me, I'm boring, I'm not cool. You can go down that rabbit hole, but just let yourself listen for what the true answer, like really try to find what that answer is. When these questions come up and we're looking for the answer, we're doing it with the understanding that it's true for us. That is the back of them. I'm not sure if I showed you. These are the same size as the Self-Love for the Soul Oracle cards. And this is a 72 Oracle card deck. So let's go through them. So this one is more of a journal prompt that can give you some really practical answers as well. Whereas this is an affirmation. It's really hard, I don't know if it's my accent or what, but to enunciate the difference between affirmations and affirmations. And you can also use the affirmation as a journal prompt. And the same with affirmations. If you say them in the mirror, like looking yourself in the eyes in the mirror, saying it out loud, it is a lot more powerful. It connects more to your subconscious. It helps with kind of reprogramming your brain, your limiting beliefs. And journaling is good as well because it's more tangible, and that's important because then it's more like proof to the brain. The brain likes evidence. It likes things to be 100% certain, right? If you want to learn more about how the brain works and how to decondition your brain, how to kind of life hack it, I do have a digital workbook on my website that you can purchase. And this is really important to do. If you struggle with mental health, writing down things like the answers to this question are really helpful, if you do it when you're feeling good, so that then when you're having a hard time, when you're in the middle of it, you can have these reminders. You can kind of prepare, I guess is the word. What is beautiful about me? Why do I love me? What makes me feel free? Why am I worthy? And you could be asking a specific question when you're pulling these cards, or you could just be asking for what area do you need guidance in? What do you need to work on? So, if you were asking, what do I need to work on right now? And this card came out, why can I trust myself? Then that's saying that trusting yourself is something that you're not fully there with, and it's providing a starting point for what to think about to start breaking free of it, overcoming it. Oops. Because, we don't just want to point out what isn't going right or like what an issue might be in a tarot reading or an oracle reading. We want to give empowering advice and something that we can work with. It's one thing to say you need to love yourself, but it's another to give some guidance around what that looks like and how to achieve it, right? It's part of the reason why I created this deck. And I always want to be someone that journals a lot, but sometimes it's hard to know what to write about, and that is where, again, this deck comes in. It solves that problem. So these are, again, the same size as the Self-Love for the Soul one, so 2.48 inches by 3.46, which is 63 by 88 millimeters. 72 cards, so there is a lot in this deck. I just love this purple color. You can also use it, so cards like this I included. My guides just wanted me to have some that, if you were wanting to create a healthy habit, things like this are a really good thing to start working with. Why do I enjoy exercise? Even if it's not true for you right now, just start answering that question. It's how you can do self-discovery, which is, hence the name, right? So if you are wanting to create good habits, that's an example of an affirmation that would be really good for that. And self-discovery is so important because we're constantly growing, changing, evolving. And sometimes we just have too many distractions. We're too busy. We don't have time to slow down and actually connect with ourselves. And then we feel like we don't know who we are. And they're good confidence boosters as well. Alrighty. I think if you did have small hands, you might want to split it in two and shuffle it that way. Okay, we have why do I love me? So that is what I want you guys to ask yourselves. Why do you love you? What is lovable about you? What are your favorite qualities about you? Sit with it. You can drop it in the comments. You can journal on it. You can do a voice note on your phone to listen to another time, or see what works for you. This deck is 45 New Zealand dollars, so that works out to be about 31 US dollars. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know your thoughts. Will you be getting any of these decks? Which one was your favorite? What would you like to see me bring out next? What would you like to be covered? What would you find helpful? Let me know. All the links in description. So again, purchase through my website if you're in New Zealand, and there will be another link directly to my supplier if you're international, so that helps you guys save on shipping. and allows me to have more time at creating for you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!